Richard Curtis.
Behind the tree and everything.
Look at how big these guys
Monday,
are.
December 12th, 2016. I'm not going to lie, I'm pretty excited. Richard Curtis is back.
Hey, I'm going to give a little happy dance. It is so nice to be back sitting next to you.
Oh, my gosh. Welcome home.
Thank you. Honestly, it feels like home now. You know what? It feels like home. This is nice.
I was talking to your friends from WMMR in Philadelphia.
Preston and Steve.
Preston and Steve.
Who, honestly, I say this. I wouldn't even be sitting in this chair right now if it wasn't for them getting behind me in the beginning of the contest saying, come on, guys, vote for this guy. He's got to win this co-host show, the search. So I give so much kudos to them. But it was hilarious. I was sitting in the car. They're my favorite radio station. So I'm sitting in my car. Guys, this is totally surreal moment when Kelly Ripa comes on your favorite radio station and starts talking about you. And you're like, this is awkward.
We do. We spent the whole time talking about you.
It was so cool. And
because you're one of their kids' teachers. Like, one of their kids. I'm not sure. Because it's Preston and Steve, and I know them from the radio, I have no idea which one is which. Do you know what I mean? I've never actually met Preston and Steve.
They're both very handsome guys. Yeah. So Preston's son goes to my school, so it's been a nice, it's been a nice little connection there.
Well, they were saying what an extraordinary teacher you are, and how lucky he is that he gets to see you every day.
It's very kind of him for him to say that. And honestly, like it's something I love doing, you know. And just like being in this chair, I love sitting here next to you now. So I'm so happy to be back.
Like water, like
oh, this is good.
Water on a duck now. Like
you know what?
What's the phrase I'm looking for? Like I just had like water on a duck. I'm like, nope, that's not what I'm.
It's like a Kelly to a Richard.
Oh,
a
like
Richard
a Kelly to a Richard. Yeah, I like it.
So speaking of that, speaking of you being awesome at what you do, CNN last night, I saw you.
Oh, did
I was sitting in the hotel room watching you. You were so good. So good.
You know, so I don't know if you guys know about this show. CNN has its Heroes special every year. Anderson Cooper started this show 10 years ago. It's really Jim Gaffigan's joke, but it's true. It is the Academy Awards, but for nice people. And and so it's where they award every year. They put up 10 nominees. Each nominee gets $10,000 for their organization, and one winner wins $100,000. And these are everyday people who, just by the will of their spirit, find a way to improve the lives of those around them. And so this is this year's winner, Jason Aristizabal. He's the hero of the year. He's from Cali, Colombia, and he provides educational and medical support for young people in his community who are living with disabilities, which is often like it's beyond a death sentence for them. They are shunned by their community so many times. They're told that there's no hope for them, no future, and he's really rehabilitated the people of his community. He's done a wonderful, wonderful job.
His story was great, absolutely.
Yeah.
My wife actually had to ask me, she's like, are you going to be okay? Every story was more touching than the last, and I'm crying like over and over again.
The whole time.
I don't know how you guys kept it together up
there. So here's Anderson and me before the crying began. So I think one of the reasons they asked me to co-host this year, because it was the 10th anniversary and because I've presented for the past several years.
You're awesome at it, yeah.
But I sob. I'm a very emotional person, and this year, for some reason, I thought it would be fun to glue on false eyelashes. And every time every time I came out, like, I'd be walking out and Anderson would be like, do you want that there? And I'm like, do you want what where? And he's like, you've got false eyelashes on your chin. Like, they'd just be like dripping down my
I love your beard. The beard is so nice.
It is amazing.
I just trimmed it up. It's good.
And this year was really nice because my daughter came and sat in the audience, and I just, you know, she's a 15-year-old girl. She's in the process of doing her community service for her school. She goes to a community service-based school, and I wanted her to be inspired by some of what she sees out there. And every time I would look at her during commercial break and I'd be like, are we doing okay? And she'd go. So.
I gotta ask, was the whale real or fake?
So, okay, so thank you for asking, because
that was like a big one.
Anderson and I really debated this during the entire show. And, you know, he went to Yale, so I tend to believe anything he says. And
I would too at that point. I would too.
He looks up and he goes, I'm not sure if it's real or not. It would be stinky by now, right?
Guys, this thing was a monster.
Yeah, it's a monster
huge.
giant. It's in the, you know, the
hanging blue whale.
It's a hanging blue whale in the Hall of Mammals at the Museum of Natural History. You can go after the show and go see it. It's really incredible.
They don't take it down and move it out.
No, it's there and it's gorgeous and it's so impressive. And you know, it never gets. I take my kids to the museum. One of the benefits of living in New York is you get to take your kids to the Museum of Natural History. You know,
why wouldn't you?
3 days a week we're there, and it never gets boring. It never gets boring walking in and seeing that tremendous whale. But we started theorizing about whether or not the whale is real, and then we started coming up with all sorts of cockamamie, like just cockamamie theories, like is the whale stuffed with candy?
If I hit it, will it Snickers fall out?
So, like in the middle of we're announcing, I can't remember who we're bringing to the stage. I think we're bringing Idina Menzel to the stage. It could have been somebody else, but we were wearing earpieces, and all of a sudden the producer in our ear goes, "It's fiberglass."
You're like, problem solved. I got it now.
Solved. We're done. We got it.
You know what's cool is that, honestly, if you're going to go do a museum, this is really the time, right? I mean,
my gosh.
The words polar vortex mean anything to anybody. Yeah. It is cold out there.
Well, listen, I thought of you over Thanksgiving because you did something this Thanksgiving that I have done many. That's good. That's enough many.
That's the year right there.
Years. You did the Philadelphia Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Guys, it was awesome. It was there's the wave. There it is. Okay. Now listen.
It's the greatest, right?
The best. Now that was a clip of me waving.
Right.
Guys, it literally probably took me, I want to say, a full 3 days to figure out how I was going to wave on the float. There's so many options, right? I mean, look, I've never been on a float. I'm not a float guy. It's not like I've had all this opportunity to float around and just do this stuff.
Once you go float, you never go back.
Amen. So I had to Google it. Obviously, I went to the #1. I said, how do guys wave on floats?
How do guys wave on floats? Right. So is that a thing? Did that pop right up?
Well, they had me following Miss Teen USA, who's got the best wave. So now my wave is even worse.
Elbow, wrist, wrist.
Right.
Elbow, wrist, wrist.
So what do you do? So I went multiple stuff here. I went with the kind of the quack a little bit, like, hey, quack, quack.
Right.
Then when somebody would notice and like be like, Richard, I give them the point. You.
Yeah.
How are you doing? And then I'd be that. And then this is, guys, here's the sealer right here. Double guns. Bop, 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 bop. You. Double guns.
See, there's so much more variety for men than for women. Once again, men have all the luck when it comes to...
we have all the fun.
I mean, it would never occur to me to do double guns.
Yeah.
I have to do elbow, wrist, wrist.
Yeah, then you get to holster them right after.
Eventually, what happens to me, though, when I do that parade is and we were laughing about it. Every year I've done the parade, we broke some sort of new record low temperature. Every year. It's a record low this year, and I would wind up wearing like my mom's coat underneath my dad's coat.
Yeah.
Like I have my coat.
You're bundled up, earmuffs.
They're
like, is that Kelly Ripa?
They're like, you can't go out there like that. You're going to freeze to death. So I would wear both of my parents' coats on top of my coat, and then forget waving because your arms are out like this. So you're just sort of like
the scarf's so wrapped tight you can't breathe. You almost died twice.
Eventually, what I started doing was people would offer me from the street booze. Guys, and I would take it.
That's true. That is true. No, a guy threw a Coors Light up to me, and I was like, oh, goodness, I don't think I'm supposed to have this. Lindsay, crack it.
Yeah, no.
Give me a straw, quick.
I didn't take anything cold. People had to hand me hot
chocolate,
toddies.
yeah.
Anything that was like a hot, they're like, I was like, what is that? They're like, it's whiskey and coffee. I'm like, perfect. Yeah.
Bring it, up here now.
And, you know, it goes against everything you've learned. Like, don't take alcoholic beverages from strangers. All the things you teach your children.
True. That is true.
But I broke all of my own rules, and I drank out of everybody's mug. I drank off of their thing. I didn't care.
No, you can't.
I didn't care about lip sores. I was like, just give it to me. I'm cold. I'm cold.
Is that an open wound?
Who
That's
cares?
fine. It's
I don't
hot.
care.
Bring that up here.
Yeah, I'm cold.
So did you ever have it where it was snowing?
Please, of course it was snowing.
Yeah.
So many times.
You know what's cool is the snow. Yesterday, I was in Times Square with my wife. You're in New York City on Christmas, guys. What do? You do all the sights. We did the Rockefeller Plaza.
Oh, my gosh, it's the most gorgeous.
Oh, it's cool. You know what's awesome is you get to share it with 1 million people.
Yes.
Shoulder to shoulder like this. Now look at the tree. It's nice. I like what they're doing with the tree this year. Is that
incredible? It's incredible.
Yeah, everyone's taking pictures and selfie sticks everywhere. But it started snowing. Okay, guys, this is like a romantic movie just hit.
Right.
I just grabbed my wife. Was like, sweetheart, it's snowing. We're here, and just laid one on her.
Oh my gosh, do you have a picture of it?
Yeah, a picture. No picture.
Gelman, I told you from the moment Richard Curtis hits New York City, get a camera on him at all times.
They're hidden cameras.
You never know when something charming's about to happen.
Lindsay was pretty smitten. Lindsay was pretty smitten. Yeah, it was, honestly, I felt like I was in a movie. It was the perfect amount of snow, not raining. It's just kind of dribbling down. Yeah. I was like, in swoop camera left, and, you know, I kind of looked left, like maybe it was there. But no, it was a blast, and I can't believe how big that tree is. So if you guys have not been down yet, and I see everyone in the audience like, yeah, it's pretty big, yeah.
No, it's extraordinary. It's amazing. And just everything behind, like everything surrounding it is it's all beautiful. My Andy Cohen used to have his office right eye level at the Star. I love him too, lady. I know. She's like, oh my God, I love Andy Cohen. Yes. Get his new book. It's amazing, by the way. It's superficial, so good. Anyway, so the star of the tree was right outside of his window. And so he said, hey, why don't... My kids were tiny at the time. They were like toddlers. Why don't you bring the kids to the office, because they're going to do the whole tree thing, and we can watch it from my office window. Yeah. And I go, okay. And I wasn't sure if they would get it because they're little. And we walk in, and the kids go, oh, Mom, this is so much better than your offices.
It's got windows looking at a tree. You've made it.
This has a window, like a real window. Because I have a picture of a window in my office.
In my classroom, I don't even have windows. So you guys are all... I like that idea, though. Put the picture of outside up. It's like...
Guys, I mean...
We're literally outside right now, aren't we? Yeah.
Guess what? My aunt thinks this is real outside.
Like, where's all the wind? I don't see any of the wind anywhere.
She thinks this is real outside, and she thinks that we leave the dog real outside. And by the way, she thinks the dog is a real dog, so it's all confusing for her.
Have you named that dog? Can you have a statue of a dog and not name the dog?
This dog has had a lot of names.
Yeah, it has.
Yeah.
Have we not stuck with one? I feel like everyone's looking at each other.
There is a name.
I don't know.
What is the name? I don't remember. People have named it, but I don't remember. We don't call him by name.
Pete.
Pete? Is it Pete?
Yes, it's Pete. Yes.
Pete's a good choice.
Listen, I want to talk about. Are we going to talk about the contest?
Later on.
Oh, later on. Yeah, because I have it here, but
later on we will. Sure.
So you don't want me to get into it now?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Why is it here? It's tempting
I have no idea. I didn't put it.
It's tempting.
It's tantalizing. It's like, do you want it? Kind of. But we have a big show.
Oh, we do have a big show. I know. We should get to it, but I don't.
I feel like I'm really enjoying it.
I just want to. Before we get to it, really quick. This is a public service announcement. A lot of you guys are in from out of town.
This is a good one.
I just want to go over some of the ground rules because a lot of you have Uber apps on your... Who has Uber apps on their... Yes, I do.
Uber.
I do. I have Uber. Listen, guys, do not, reminder, do not have sex in your Uber, okay?
Why is that a reminder? I saw that in the paper this morning. I was like, do you have to say that?
That seems like, to me, call me old-fashioned, that seems like a no-brainer. Right? I was like, don't worry about it. I mean, yeah.
Like, hey, Johnny, just keep looking forward, okay? Yeah, don't look back.
They say if you won't do it in your own home, don't do it in here. Just kidding.
Now, how many of those had to happen?
Thank you. Some of you will get that later. Also, you're in Uber Pool, there are community guidelines. They want to remind you that they don't want any shenanigans or shenanigizing of any kind between the driver and the riders. No flirting with your driver. There's also a no sex with the driver's rule as well. Again...
See, I don't get that one. I don't understand. I understand the other one, but not that. You know what I mean?
Richard,
he's the driver.
These seem like no-brainers to you and me.
Why is that even in the paper? I don't even understand why it's in there.
It's in the paper so that I could bring it to you here today.
There you go, America. You're welcome. You're welcome.
You're welcome. America, these are the stories that nobody else will bring you.
That's why they tune in here.
That's why they tune in here, so they can be informed and so that they know not to do that when they leave the show and head over to Rockefeller Center.
Uber's thanking us.
Uber, yes. Hey, on today's show, Bryan Cranston is here.
The best. The best. From the series Scream Queens, awesome Billie Lourd and her earmuffs will be here today.
And it's time for... Oh, my gosh. Cover your vodka tonic.
Thank you.
It's time for Lives of Party Travel Trivia.
That was a good one. Look, the stuff is still falling.
That's Destiny Sawatsky from Cleveland, Ohio.
Hey!
You know, I don't like a legging, but I like a leather legging. You look great. Adorable.
With the red, it's a perfect match.
Is that all one? Wait. Is that a boot legging, or is that all one piece?
No.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
Tomorrow, we gotta find one. We gotta find one.
No, I've seen those online, you know, where it's all one piece. You put on your pants and it's also your boots. Have you seen it? Yeah? No? So...
It's a zip. Is that a onesie? Like a zipper onesie?
It's a onesie. Yeah, it's like a onesie for the lower half.
I'll tell you what. Actually, this might be from your neck of the woods here. Let's bring in, we have Maria Lynn from Howell, New Jersey. Let's bring her off home.
Hey, Maria.
Maria, you there, girl?
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Now, did you guys get snow in Howell?
I don't know. I'm not in Howell. I'm in Florida.
What? You heard the snow was coming and you just took off?
Yeah. My daughter and I are down here because she was in cheer championship.
Oh my gosh! Oh, how great! What cheer squad is she on?
She's with American Youth Cheer, and they have nationals down here. So we are enjoying all the parks and Disney, and we're going to Epcot.
Oh, you're in Disney.
Fantastic! I know it well. Yeah, I know.
Epcot's beautiful.
Great. Enjoy it.
Is it the beer and wine festival going on right now at Epcot?
I don't know.
I'll find out today.
Atta girl. Have one on us. We're buying.
Yeah, yeah. All right, we're going to spin the wheel, see what you're playing for, Maria.
Only people using it.
Hey, here's a great prize. The St. James's Club and Villas in Antigua. Ooh. 7 days and 6 nights in a royal suite. It's all inclusive. This trip is provided in part by Hotels.com. It's a prize valued at $8,200. You have 20 seconds and only one guess. Maria, good luck.
Here we go. You ready for this?
Okay.
On Friday's show, in what country did we say the talent winner played a song with his hands?
Finland.
Yes!
Congratulations, you and a guest will enjoy 7 days and 6 nights at the St. James's Club and Villas in Antigua. St. James's Club and Villas, Antigua, tucked away on a secluded 100-acre peninsula on the southeastern coast of Antigua. This all-inclusive hideaway offers breathtaking ocean views, 2 white sand beaches, 6 distinctive swimming pools, top-notch restaurants, complimentary water sports, and much more. Your prize is valued at approximately $8,200.
Maria, how did you know that I was here and I didn't remember that at all?
Oh, I don't know. I was so nervous when she called me because we were at the parks on Friday. So she said, watch the show on YouTube. So that's what I did.
Yes, that's where I watch him as well.
So smart. Okay. Good for you. Now you get to help make the day of a lucky member of our studio audience who will receive a $500 gift card from World Market.
Ooh.
So please pick a number between 1 and
Ladies over there loved it.
Number 5.
Yeah, here she is! That's a big day!
All right, Rick, congratulations. We've got a big show with...
Bryan Cranston is in the house today.
Still ahead on live from Scream Queens, Billie Lourd. We'll open up Kelly's inbox to hear your comments and questions. Coming up next, Bryan Cranston.
Oh my gosh, it is.
Welcome back, everybody. Here comes one of the most talented guys in television, film, and theater. Please welcome the one and only Bryan Cranston.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
So while we were all sitting out here, Bryan Cranston was getting nominated for a Golden Globe.
Come on, Thank you. All the way. All the way.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Major props.
Thank you. Yeah.
Are you so excited?
I'm very excited. It was a terrific movie, and the play before it, as you know.
Before it.
It took 2.5 hours every morning to put the makeup on. You know, the ears and the nose and the chin and the whole thing. Yeah.
Is it? I'm curious. Was it very different to take it from the stage to the? You know, is it much more labor intensive because of close-ups and film and all of that?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's a different technique, you know, on stage and in film, and I like both versions of it. There's something, you know, that you can't resist. I mean, like you guys are feeling it now when you have this audience.
Yeah.
You actually contribute to the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm serious.
No Monday morning blues. You can't have it.
You feel the energy from the audience. You send it back, and it's an ebb and flow.
Oh, sure.
You don't really get that in film, but in film there is also an intimacy that you can't really get on stage, where they can come in right in just on the eyes and things.
The way you say that is literally intoxicating. I don't know, just watching you speak is good.
Oh, you flatterer.
Speaking of intimacy, now listen. Curtis here is alone with his wife in the city for 3 days.
Do not disturb sign.
Wow.
Yeah. Holidays are coming up. Any special holiday memories?
Oh, yeah.
Anything?
Well, I mean, the thing that comes to mind is on New Year's Day about 29 years ago, I proposed to my wife.
Wow.
And,
nice. How'd you do it?
Well,
down on one knee,
you know, no, I didn't propose that way. I was worried because I honestly felt that if I had to get down on one knee and look up into her eyes, I would start weeping, and I wouldn't be able to get through the proposal.
You're a crier.
I am, yeah.
But like not like when you say
no,
weeping,
I start going. I start
like
thinking about something, and it's a pretty thing. Yeah. So I was in the shower one day, and I thought, how can I do this? How can I propose to my wife without having her look at me at the time?
Right.
On the phone? Well, that's really a bad proposal.
Right.
Oh, yeah, by the way, can you pick up some milk and will you marry me? I'm just, you know.
Right.
So I thought, wait a minute, I've got it. So I had a bubble bath. Right? All nice, bubble bath, nice and hot. I put out some candles and music and champagne.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah. And I said, let's take a bath, honey. And we okay.
Wow.
So I got in the bath, and then.
Wait, so you're in the nude?
He's got a bathing suit on.
Have you taken a bath with clothes on before? Is that something that happens?
I do most things with clothes on. You'd be so surprised, Bryan. You'd be surprised.
No, I am in the nude.
In the nude.
And I submerge in the bathtub.
Okay.
And then my wife gets, future wife gets in and I straddle her. So we're both facing in one direction.
Time out. Time.
She needs a visual. She needs a visual.
Wait a minute.
She's there. How is she holding? Is that? Where are my hands? Where are my hands?
No, thank you. That was helpful. You know what? That was helpful because I had you guys facing each other, and I was like, you're still facing each other.
We're not doing that.
Something just happened.
Here's what I want to know.
Yeah.
You're nude. You're in the straddle.
Right.
You're in the same facing straddle.
That's right.
Face forward.
Right.
Where's the ring? Where's the ring?
See, that's the interesting thing. So
I'm nervous.
There's
I'm nervous.
no place to hide the ring.
There's so many places to hide the ring.
A ring holder, perhaps.
I could give you like 4 places to hide the ring.
That's because you're wearing clothes in the bathtub.
That's true. That's true.
I did not know where to put it, so I'm looking around. There wasn't a place that she would not see.
Right.
Except one.
Okay.
And that was, now wait a minute.
This whole row just put their hands down like, he's not going to. He can't.
No, it's physically impossible, by the way. So I did put it on my baby toe.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay, that's
And then
fine.
I submerged it underneath the bubbles.
Okay.
She got in, and so I'm saying, you know, Robin, I love you. And we're facing, Robin, I love you, and I just can't imagine a life without you. And she starts to turn around, and I move her face back.
You're looking at the back of her head right now.
I just, get through this. And I'm looking at the back of her head, and she kept turning, and I kept pushing her head. And I said, would you please, I need to ask you, would you like more champagne? You know? And I finally got to it.
Oh my gosh.
And she finally turned, we kissed, she said yes. And I said, oh, here's your ring.
Oh my gosh, that's fantastic.
We have to take a commercial break. We're going to come back with Bryan Cranston and find out why he's biting the inside of his mouth in the filming of his latest movie, Why Him?
Hilarious. His new movie is Why Him. Honestly, I laughed the whole way through this thing. You got to tell us a little bit about the movie.
It's about, I mean, it's very close to me. I mean, it's about a Midwest guy, a good guy, a nice family man, has the apple of his eye, his daughter who's attending Stanford University, and he's always in touch with her and they have a great relationship. And she starts dating James Franco.
Yeah.
Who is clearly channeling Robert De Niro in Cape Fear.
Yeah, the cats all over the place. He's just not the guy that you imagine your daughter being, you know, with. And it's troubling for him. And I have a 23-year-old daughter, too, so it's like, I get this.
She's 23 years
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, she's 23.
Wow, my gosh, that's fast.
So he tries to, you know, find middle ground and just can't.
Yeah.
Right.
He's just whacked out. So we're constantly clashing, and it's a lot of fun.
Is it a lot of ad-lib and improv?
Yes,
yeah.
A lot of it, yeah. I mean, that's the nature of it.
You're so good at that, too, because...
It's so much fun.
Yeah, yeah.
It's so much fun to be able to, you get your character, and then you're able to play and go off the page and, you know, play with the other characters. And
how do you keep, now this is something like, how do you keep a straight face? Like, when you're ad-libbing like that, like, I mean, I would just be dying the whole time.
Well, there was a scene in here with Keegan-Michael Key and I.
It was so great.
Brilliant,
so
brilliant.
Great.
The best scene.
And I am, how should we say, sitting on a throne of sorts.
Right.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, thank God we have that.
Always
a little different than the Game of Thrones. Your throne looks
it's a Game of Thrones. It's a game of sorts. And he has to. It's one of those Japanese toilets that have the spray. It goes welcome. And it has the music and the lights and the warm seat and sprays all different places.
That sounds so nice right now.
No,
it is.
It's so nice.
Wait, you guys have tried these things?
Oh, yeah. Brian Gumble has one, and if you get invited to his cocktail party, you never leave the toilet.
Hey, Brian, call me. What are you doing? I
have one. I do.
You have one of those?
I have one of those, and you have a tendency to stay a lot longer than you.
Oh, my God.
Honey, I'll be back in an hour.
Leave the house.
We
would have to shoot the talk show from my toilet.
Hey, Gelman, great idea.
That's it. That would be a little awkward for your co-host.
Why don't we just get 2 stool toilets?
Okay, that's better.
Let's not talk about stools and toilets, but they have spray directions and heat and everything, so you can go, I want a good morning. Oh, good morning.
I'm awake.
I'm awake
Yeah.
now.
The water pressure.
The water pressure.
It's surprising, right?
It's amazing.
Always,
it's really.
You guys got to try one of these toilets. You got to just figure out who has one and get there.
So in the show, in the movie, Why Him, there's a problem. I can't figure it out. I can't. He's never used one of these before.
Right.
So Keegan, it works for James Franco in the picture, and he comes in to try to fix it, and the proximity of him trying to lean over to fix it, and he's right here, and I could not keep a straight face. In fact, if the camera's there and I was here, I was biting the upstage side of my cheek, like that. I was clamping down so that I wouldn't crack up because I was breaking loose.
He's just so funny.
I could not keep a straight face.
I love that you're causing yourself pain to not laugh.
Tears are coming down, and then you get kind of mad at yourself. Come on, come on.
Right.
Come on, Brian.
Right.
Come on. Stay in it. Stay in it.
But the harder you try not to laugh, the more likely you are to laugh. I mean, it's just you can't help yourself.
And honestly, the full movie was just hilarious all the way through. You guys have to check it out. Why Him is in theaters December 23rd. We got Billie Lourd up next, everybody.
Bryan Cranston.
This is amazing. A skirt. I know. Good to see you too.
So, I love following Billie Lourd on Instagram.
Oh, the best.
Praise
the Lord.
Praise the Lord, at Praise the Lord. And now listen, if you want to get hungry, check out your food photos.
I'm sorry in advance.
They
Is the best.
Fried chicken is my life.
Do you like fried chicken and waffles? Are you a syrup?
No,
a little bit too much?
I live for fried chicken and waffles.
Okay, now, yeah, we
it's
should
never
be best
too
friends.
much. 100%.
Did we just become best friends?
I think we did. Have you been to Roscoe's in LA?
I've never been past New Jersey.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I think you should come back with me after this, and we should get Roscoe's.
Okay.
Is that your favorite
It's
fried
my
chicken?
home, and I own like all the merch at the store. I have beanies, sweatshirts, socks. It's sickening.
It's so funny. When we went to visit Mark at work in LA, they shot next door to where Scream Queens shot. And of course, we go into the commissary because the kids were hungry, and the first person we see there is Billie Lourd. I go, of course she's here. She's getting food because, heaven forbid, she's not in the commissary having lunch.
Yeah, just like high school.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Now, I heard that you learned how to tap dance from your grandma, Debbie Reynolds.
I did, and I actually took tap lessons from her stand-in at her dance school.
Is that true?
And her stand-in was like 75 at the time and was one of the most incredible teachers ever. I can't tell you I'm very good at it anymore.
Really?
But it was so much fun.
That's awesome.
That's like my dream in the new year is to finally learn how to tap dance.
Should we do it together?
Yeah, I'll do it with
absolutely.
you.
Yeah, let's tap. Let's get
I have the
it
shoes.
I do too, yeah. It's the dream.
So you learned to tap dance from your mom, and then obviously maybe you learned to act, or excuse me, tap dance from your grandma. Now maybe you learned to act like your mom. You're in the new Star Wars.
I am. Not the new one.
The old new one.
Well,
I'm in the old new one, and then the new one that comes out in 4 years when I'm 35.
Oh my gosh.
Time machine, time machine.
Exactly.
How cool was that?
Absolutely incredible. It was actually the first set I'd ever been on in my life because my parents tried to hide me from this forever. You know my dad. He's not. He would rather me be anything.
It's his worst nightmare.
I'm living his worst nightmare right now. So this is my form of rebellion, I guess.
I guess, here's the thing. I keep saying, Billie is so incredibly gifted and talented in so many different ways, not just the acting, but you're an incredible singer, you're a brilliant writer, also like your mom. You have so many gifts that I think he just goes, well, it's okay, she'll be okay because she's got all these other things, right?
Exactly.
That's my impersonation of your dad.
Yeah, that's pretty good, actually.
Yeah, thanks,
it's really, really good.
You make earmuffs look awesome.
I try. It's a
You do realize you get all the best lines.
I do. I am saddled with some beautiful ones. It's insane.
That is the second season of Scream Queens. You are Chanel #3. I told you this. All of the girls at my daughter's high school dressed up as Chanel #3 for Halloween. It is the big costume on campus. And I was taking my son around to look at high schools. He's applying to high schools, and there was a girl there doing a project on Scream Queens. And I said, oh, I love Scream Queens. And she goes, you know Scream Queens? But you're like from the 1900s.
I'm from the 1900s.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that she said it like that. But so Chanel #3 has a hot new romance, right?
She does.
Tell us about the romance.
Yep, she has a hot new romance. Ooh. She's pansexual, so she's making her way around the pan.
Yeah, good
She's
for her.
started with women, and now we've moved on to psycho killer men.
Hey, there you go.
As one does.
There you go.
So obviously one of your biggest wardrobes is your earmuffs. Do you get super excited when you go to your dressing room? You're like, ooh, I can't wait to see what kind of earmuffs.
I can't wait for the new muffs. Yeah. What kind of muffs are they going to have for me
today? I like
the
lingo, yeah.
Whose idea was that? Because clearly that's a tribute to your mom, Carrie Fisher, from the Star Wars Princess Leia.
It didn't really start out as that. It started out as just like an aesthetics thing. I went into the fitting and they were laying there and I was like, this is genius. This is like the ideal cult thing for me to wear.
Idea.
Like, this is my family tradition. I need to do this. And so I wore them in the first episode, but if you watch the first episode of season 1, I'm not wearing them in all the scenes. I'm only wearing them in certain ones. And then people became so obsessed with them, and I got so deeply attached to them in a weird way that it became part of my character. And Brad Falchuk wrote the reason that it was because of my ex-boyfriend was so obsessed with my ears that if he ever saw them, he'd threaten to cut them off.
Oh my gosh.
It makes perfect sense, right?
Yeah. You know there's a whole uptick in earmuff sales too. Did you know
is there?
Yeah, I was reading
directly responsible.
Yeah, I know it's
I really
the Chanel #3 effect, definitely. So don't forget to check out Scream Queens Tuesdays, 9 p.m. on Fox. Billie Lourd, everybody.
We'll open up the inbox when we come back. Guys, stay tuned.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Last week we kicked off our Wreck the Halls photo contest. We partnered with Stainmaster Carpet Cleaners in search of your holiday disaster photos. We love a disaster around here.
Honestly, guys, send in your photo for a chance to win a year supply. That's over 356 days. Is that
65 days. Yeah.
Of Stainmaster cleaning products and 2 rooms of Stainmaster carpet with installation, valued over $10,000.
We do. We have some photos here. Here are a few entries we've received. These are not necessarily finalists. Under here. Oh, look at this one. This is great. Yeah, that's Deanna Lavin from Woodstock, Ontario. My son and daughter decided to dump all the dog food out and make a swimming pool with it.
Wow. Yeah. Here, I got a good one. We have Ashley K from Lyman, South Carolina. No poker face on this big guy. First Christmas and the Christmas tree was too irresistible. He ate the whole thing. Good job, buddy.
Mary Good from Banning, California said, I got my tree all decorated, then starting polishing my furniture because I was expecting company.
Oh,
and it spilled, and now I have 16 spots on my carpet, and it will not come out.
All right. That's where we have to call Stainmaster and ask for their best advice. Yep. And then, guys, this happens to everybody. Here you go, right here. Joanne Selinsky from Connecticut. Christmas at my house last year, they got a kitten that decided it would be a good idea to try to climb up the tree, not once, but twice in the same week. They lost it. The water spilled into the carpet, broke their favorite ornaments, those pesky kittens. Look at it, it's in the chair right there.
You are so sympathetic to the plight of everybody's Christmas tree decoration disaster. I've never heard you feel so bad before.
He was giving the
like, oh. I would say you were trying to lead the audience.
Oh, never.
Here's some inboxes. Ginny at Pinaro from Holbrook, New York. Here's our Christmas card this year. We take a picture of our dog Jake every year. Hey, there's dog Jake on the Christmas card.
Jake.
Yeah. How about that? Now, this Christmas is just around the corner. We would like for you to send us your funny and festive holiday cards right now. Go to our website, livekelly.com. I have my last year card. Okay? Now, last year's card was my birthday present from my husband. Danielle Levitt is my favorite photographer, and he hired her to take our family Christmas card photo.
That's a great
It is a beautiful photo. The children broke me down on a level that I won't soon forget. They literally broke me down. So this year, okay, we're going. We'll be right back, and I'll show you the rest when we get back. Tree. Yeah. It's worth it. Tomorrow on the show, Richard will be back.